Hello everyone, Professor Harris here again with another Adobe Express tutorial, this time for assignment 2, your knowledge composite. So let's go ahead and get started here. I'm going to use an Instagram template for this particular project, and I have done a rough mock-up of what I'm going to do, and I have also selected my 3 images from media that inspires me to learn and to grow in my knowledge. So as I scroll through here, we're going to look for a template I saw earlier. And of course, I didn't see it, so I'm going to scroll back up. There it is, color inspo. All right, so I'm going to be using this as our starter template, and I've got a few images that I've kind of picked to craft specifically to this template. So let's get started. So one of the things I noticed first with this project is that all the assets, the text, and the images and the shapes, they're all grouped. So first thing you're going to want to do is click this ungroup button here, and then it will separate those assets. So now, again, now that I've separated the text from the rest of it, I have to ungroup it again to then access the more individual images and pieces. Let's start with replacing this center image, because this is going to be my primary learning software or learning tool that I want to put forth. So we'll hit replace and then upload photo. We're using a lynda.com image today. And when they created this template, they actually flipped this image. So I'm going to flip it back, and I'm actually going to level it as well. So this is nice, but as we can see, we've got a little bit of white space on the top and bottom here that I'd like to remove. So one of the things you can do to edit an image here in the edit image, you can do crop and shape here on the right. And then as we come in here, I can increase and decrease the size of the image within the border. So what I'll do is I'll increase it a tad, I'll bring her down here, and I'll try and center this up as best as I can visually. I'm going to increase it just a little bit more, go 4. Again, trying to center this in the circle. It's not very responsive. All right, cool, there we go. And then I'll hit the little check mark here in the upper right corner and say done. Awesome. So there's my first image. Now with this image, I'm going to replace it with one of my favorite platforms of all time, YouTube. All right, again, I'd like this image to actually expand across, and one of the things this template does not offer is the slidable handles that adjust the image framing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this image and hit the backspace or delete key on my computer. Then I'm going to click back into this image, and under the edit image tool function, I'll go to crop and shape again. This time we're going to make this as big as we can get it. We'll hit done. I'll slide this image over. I'm probably going to center this image, and I'd like more, interesting. Maybe I'll slide it back. Here, I'm going to undo so I can go back to where it was originally. Now I'm thinking. Interesting. Let's slide it over. I'm going to keep it at that same height. And I want this black box to extend to the end, but my YouTube logo isn't that big. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to go to the Shapes tool over here on the left. I'm going to click Shapes, and I'm looking for a rectangle, but all I see is squares. So I'll type rectangle here, and we'll grab this black one, which doesn't come out black for some reason. But what I can do is to do a custom color to match it to my YouTube black here. So I can click this filter, and then I can click the eyedropper tool. And after I'm select on the eyedropper tool, I can pick pretty much any color that's within my canvas here. But again, we're just going to pick black, and then I'm going to slide this up and then slide it down to extend the black border of my YouTube. That's a little obnoxious. Extend the border of my black YouTube area here, and it's not snapping to alignment with that, which is also obnoxious, but we're just going to keep moving with it. Alright, that looks a lot better. There's a little bit of space here on the top, and I am a perfectionist, so you can count on me to keep adjusting things as they're not perfect. Okay, better. Awesome. Alright, let's move on to the bottom image, where I'm going to put another one of my favorite learning media programs, Skillshare. Awesome resource. Highly monetized on YouTube as well. Let's flip this and then flip it. Now we've got a little bit of a problem here where the lynda.com icon is covering it. Again, this is as easy as going into the edit image by clicking on it and then the crop and shape, and we can lower this top section and then bring it down visually so that it's not interfering with the lynda.com. We'll hit done. Now we got that space that we want, but I'd like to see this green extend up to the rest of the black and the YouTube logo. So again, we're going to come over here, we'll go shapes, go to rectangle. We have this ugly green rectangle again, line it up with the rest of our stuff, adjust the area of it, and it's covering the lynda.com, but first let's change the color here real quick. Eyedropper tool, click this Skillshare dark green, but again it's covering the lynda.com, so how do we change that? If you come down here, you actually have a layers function where you can adjust the layers and what goes on top of what. So if I take this square I just added and slide it underneath the lynda.com and the circular shape that makes the border to the lynda.com, we'll see this drop underneath and blend in nicely, or almost nicely. Gee whiz, what's that all about? And then we'll adjust it so we still have that line there. Awesome, looking pretty sharp. I don't need grapes in my image, so I'm going to go ahead and replace this with another image that I grabbed. I'm a huge fan of space. I feel like space provokes thought, so I'm going to replace this grape image with space. And I do like the way that that's lined up. Alright, let's come up here to the title. We'll change this to knowledge, because this is the knowledge project, right? And I'm going to increase the font size to 300. So it looks nicer across the top there. It's a little bit wider, right? More in line with our canvas. Now we could leave these, you know what? I'm going to also change the text color of this to match the Skillshare green. I do like that Skillshare green. That looks a lot better. And I could even change the font, but I think I like it on all caps. That looks nice. All right, let's change these color dots here at the bottom. And one of the cool things we can do is we can use the eyedropper tool to find colors within our canvas here. I think it'd be cool if we continued with this theme they have going light to dark. So let's find the lightest thing in this image. That would probably be white, but I think this extremely green Skillshare thing would be between this green and the yellow. Let's go let's go with the yellow. Oh, that picked up more muted yellow. Alright, let's pick another color. Your upper tool. Let's go with this lighter purple. And then here, we'll switch to maybe a darker purple. Maybe not that dark. Well, you know what? I have an idea. Why don't we switch? Let's switch this purple to kind of a sky pink that's up here, and we'll switch this to the purple. And we'll take this one and we will make it the dark green. Much better. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so we're getting close to finished. I feel like there's kind of some empty space up here. I don't feel like it's properly bordered, so let's get some shapes. We'll use the empty rectangle. Of course, it comes in an ugly baby green. We'll switch this by rotating it so it's more square with our canvas. Drag the corners out. Oh, didn't mean to move that. Command Z, Control Z, like we talked about last time. I'll center it up and I'll drag it to the corner and I'll drag it to the top corner. That's cutting it off a little bit, which is unfortunate, but I am going to drag it to the top, and then what I'll do is use the arrow keys to kind of center it on the sides so we get an even look from top to bottom on both sides. Nice. Alright, let's change the color of that, and let's do the exact same Skillshare color green and frame it all up. Awesome. Well, there you have it. I think this is going to be my knowledge project. I'm going to go ahead and stop it here, but feel free to get as creative as you want. Find programs and people that inspire you. Take those images and also throw them here in Adobe Express and get that project out. This has been Professor Harris. Thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope you have a great day. And don't forget to download your JPEG and then upload it to the discussion. Awesome. All right. God bless. Bye-bye.